Needle felting these cute little owls is a perfect beginner needle felting project. It's great for fall and any time of year. You can make them in many colors and give them loads of personality. We'll show you two different ways to make the body so that you get a nice, firm core sculpture, and how to add all the details like the eyes, the beak, how to add the little horns and wings, and how to give them a colorful tummy as well as a nice, smooth finish. These fibers are included in the LivingFelt kit, which includes core wool, an array of wool bats for needle felting, and these great luster fibers so that you can add some texture, some sheen, and a little bit of personality with some bling. We'll show you how to add all of that as we go. You're going to want a needle felting pad. This is the Wow Mat, coarse to fine felting needles, and some tools are helpful to hold the needles. To start, we're going to start working with our core wool, and I'm going to show you how to build this body on a wood skewer, or an apple stick works too. Notice that we fold it over the stick, and I'm using my dominant hand to hold pressure. And then I twist the skewer towards me, holding tension with my dominant hand all the time. Allow the wool to build up a little bit before you needle felt, and you can use a coarse felting needle. I would prefer something like the 32 or the 36. We'll start poking, but you don't want to hit the wood, so just needle felt at an angle to get the fibers to interlock and stay on your stick. The key really is to wrap it very tightly and to use your hands to hold pressure. Notice that we do let the wool stick up off the end of the skewer a little bit, and that's going to be helpful to give us this nice dome top. At the bottom, you want to make sure you needle felt straight in there so that it starts to go straight. And then as you build up a little bulk, you can needle felt towards the skewer, but I wouldn't go straight towards it. Flatten the bottom like we're showing you here, otherwise it tends to stretch out and you need them to stand flat. So needle felt in that bottom as you go. Building up in layers like this really is key, and always secure your next layer by needle felting as soon as you add it. Let that wool build up a little over the top so that we can make a nice dome top to our owls. You want it kind of big up there, but we're going to needle felt it firm all around to get that shape. And now that it's getting a little thicker, we can needle felt a little more straight towards that skewer, and always going back into the bottom to make it nice and flat. This is still a little squishy, so we want to keep needle felting all around from multiple directions to get it very nice and firm. You'll be happy to make your shapes nice and firm. It's going to give you a nice finish. So keep going around yours until it looks like the one that I'm showing you here. When you get to this stage, you can then take it off, but let me show you how to make one without a skewer. Start with a tube. Roll it tight and tuck in the two ends so you're making kind of a ball. But after you get that ball going, you want to start to make it a little more cylindrical. And that way you're going to have one end that's slightly domed and one end that's just a little more loose. Needle felt that domed end and get it shaped real nicely. And then you're going to needle felt straight into the bottom. Needle felt all the way around the shape, of course, to build up the density and get it nice and firm. It is a little bit easier on the skewer, but if you don't have one, it's okay. You can use this method. Just go around, take your time, and make it very nice and firm. Now it's time to cover our wools with the base fiber, and you need pretty much what's like a single layer, and you want just enough to wrap all the way around with a slight overlap. You do want a little wool to stick above and below, just a little bit of buffer so that you can cover the dome top and the flat bottom. Always start needle felting from one edge of that fiber and smooth it out as you attach it to the shape. I like to use a small cluster of fine felting needles for this. You can also use our Poquito tool, which is a little wooden holder that will hold 2 or 3 needles. 3 is great for this. So go all the way around that circumference first and get the wool attached. And then once you're happy with that, we can pull off the excess. And, leaving it on the skewer at this time just gives you a little handle to hold on to it. We need just enough to cover that top, and I use my fingers to kind of squish that fiber out of the way and pull off any excess. With the bottom, just push it off a skewer instead of pulling it off. Sometimes it's a little helpful. So again, we want that bottom nice and flat, and we don't want to pull any fibers along with that skewer. That's why pushing helps a little bit. And you need just enough fiber to cover the bottom. You don't want so much bulk that it creates bulk on the bottom and doesn't let them stand flat. So pull off any extra there as well, and then needle felt this all nice and flat. Don't be shy about pulling off extra if you just have too much. And if your wool doesn't seem like it's going flat on the bottom, then try a more aggressive felting needle. I'm still just using my 42 triangle because I like them for a great compression tool, and it really helps flatten your fiber to make it nice and smooth all the way around to the circumference. And that bottom, I want to say, could go in a little bit, but you don't want it to bulb out. I'm using this little clover tool. You don't have to have it, but if you have one, it's good for smoothing. Let's jump over to making the eyes. We want to give them a little round hooty owl eyes and pull off a little length of fiber. You can twist it in your hand to build up the bulk a little bit. You can also roll it on your mat and notice that if it's parallel with your fingers, it's a little easier to roll into a long cane. And then we're going to wrap them around. Really, you can just find a spot high on the head. There's no real secret to this. And you can try it in a couple places, but you're going to make a little donut right on the eye and start by needle felting the inside of that circle and then go around and firm up the outside. So it's like you're putting a little Cheerio onto your owl or something like that. If you needle felt the inside first, then you'll secure that space open, and then you can just needle felt the outside to get it all trailed down. I like to put them both right next to each other, and I use my finger just to kind of hold that space open. This is very inexact. They can match perfectly or not, but if you make them at the same time, that makes it really easy. And if one of them seems too big, just needle felt it a little bit more. An option is to fill in the eyes with solid black, and you'll see there's a variety that we have, so you can have fun. These owls can be as whimsical as you want, and we love seeing all the variety that everyone has made over the years. Needle felt this flat, and the twirl, the poke and twirl really helps you control these little tiny bits of fiber. And you can do the same thing with like a little glint in the eye or a pupil. Put a tiny blob, poke, twirl, and you'll get a perfect little dot. You don't even have to pre-shape it really. I'm going to jump over to the fancy tummies. Not all of our owls have these fancy tummies, but what we do is we're blending a little bit of Angelina, a little bit of colorful neps with our wool. And I'm choosing the same color wool that's on the body. You could even choose the same color wool that's in the belly. And we blend them together by hand. These little extra fibers, the neps and the Angelina, they technically don't felt. The neps are felted wool, and the Angelina is a polyester fiber that just gives it sparkle. But if you blend it in with a little bit of the wool fiber kind of lays over it like a netting or a little staple and kind of traps them down. Occasionally, the neps will stick to your felting needle. Don't worry about it. They're not all going to stick. Just have fun with it. It's like a little bit of confetti on top, and sprinkles on top of your donut always fall off too. Same thing. And right here, I'm just trimming the Angelina because it is very long and straight. So I would needle felt it all down. You could twirl it and try as much as you want to, and then just trim off the excess so it doesn't stick off and look hairy. And that's just a fun little inclusion for your owl. So many ways to do that. Okay, let's look at how to make a beak. Every owl needs a beak, and we're pulling off a little tuft of wool just like we did with the eyes, only a little bit shorter. And we have a little beak. We want it to stay on and not be loose. Easy tip for this, and that is we're going to attach it really on the top and the bottom, but we're going to use this little upsy downsy method, which we do with a lot of just a lot of needle felting. This upsy downsy method works pretty well. So first, we're going to start by making a tiny, tiny tube on the end of our felting needle, and you want it very tight. Practice with these a few times. You have enough wool to work with this. So make this very, very tight, and then tear off any excess. Wrap that wool, just spin it between your fingers a little bit to kind of dry felt it and build up density. Once you build that up, we're going to scoot it off the felting needle. And here comes the upsy downsy bit. So we have this loose end, and we're going to position that right between the two eyes. Notice that the length is trailing down towards the tummy. And then we're going to flip that up and actually tuck the top underneath. So the beak pretty much is anchored between the two eyes, and you want just a little bit of extra sticking down. But the part that's sticking down below the eyes is folded so that it is not a loose fiber at all. So it's more like the middle of that fold that you fold it over, and then we needle felt the top underneath and in between the two eyes. And this is going to give us a secure little beak that will stay on and won't get roughed up if it gets knocked into or touched. With our beaks in place, let's go ahead and give our little owls some horns. I don't really know what they're called, but they're like little hoot owl horns. We take a little fluff of our fiber. I'm matching the main body color. And back with our skewer, we're going to take a little length, a little tuft. See, it's kind of square. And we're going to wrap it around our skewer, leaving part of it up. So I'm holding very tightly where my fingers are at the base and letting it fluff out and form a bit of a cone at the top. Needle felt it now on your mat. In this video, I'm using our Earth Harmony foam, and these little tiny details are actually a little bit easier on our wow mats. Just if you have a wow mat, try your wow mat. And you want to needle felt in the tip and get it firmed up. I use a fine felting needle for that. Flare out the base of the cone, and then you can even needle felt right into that flare, and that's going to give it some density as well. This flared bit we keep unfelted, and this is where we're going to attach it to the owl's head. But take your time to firm it up a little bit before you put it on your owl, because once it's on there, it's virtually impossible. You can also make more of a triangular ear. And again, I'm showing you with the skewer. So you kind of fold it over, and then you want to hide that folded part by needle felting it all down and getting it nice and flush. But you can make it look a little more like a triangle if you want to fold it over. I kind of like the cones for the owls. And we'll just place it on the side, top side of the head, flare out the cone part, and needle felt it all down nice and flush. Don't go against where you put it down because that'll create a line. If you happen to do that, just put a little patch of fiber over the top. Let's give our owl some wings, and there are so many shapes, but I'm taking a little fluff and I folded it over on itself so the loose ends are at the bottom. If you want to make them look like a heart, you can dip it in with your felting needle like I did. You'll see it up close a little bit in a second. But you can dip in the top and make it look like a heart. You can just make it look like a teardrop. You can make them little ovals. You can add whatever fancy bit you want. I just like these to stick a little bit off of the owls. And you can just hand shape them. If you tear both bits of wool off at the same time, they're more likely to match. And look, you can have fun giving them little feathers, whatever you want. The idea isn't for these guys to be real. It's just for them to be fun and charming. And like I said, people have made so many of these guys in so many colors and so many varieties, and they always make people smile. So spend a little time needle felting your wings. If you needle felt in as you go, then you build up that bulk and you can give it dimension, but you don't have to. You can also make them flat. I really do like our fine felting needles for this part, and it's nice to just do it gradual to build up the density and then make them nice and firm. Go around your whole owl with your fine felting needle. You want to get out everything that looks like needle marks, so vary the angles and get all of the wool laying down. If it looks like you see needle marks, the key is to keep poking the wool that's sticking up. And then once you get it all needle felted down, you should be able to run your fingers across this little guy and the wool will not rough up. In fact, the last little seaming holes from your felting needle will just rub away. But this is the time to nerd out, have fun, listen to a podcast, and just make him look fabulous so that he holds up for years and years to come. I'll include a link for the kit down below. And if you guys make these, we hope you'll share them in our Facebook group and on our community page. Really love seeing what you guys make, and there's no end to the details and the variety you can make with your little fantasy owls. Here's some made by our community, but really there have been so many over time. So we look forward to seeing what you guys make, and thank you so much for felting with us. We hope you have a great time.